morning. He's a wonderful Academy Award nominated actor. And he's about 83, 84 years old, and he's not as fit as he used to be. But few people know that he used to be a ballroom dancer. Another unknown fact that to a lot of people is the fact that he has 3 Purple Hearts. He was injured 3 times during the Second World War, escaping from German soldiers. He actually had to kill 2 twice. So but he's still fit. And I did a film with him just recently called An Affirmative Act that comes out in June. And he's one of these guys that doesn't give up. And I think I had this discussion with someone in the lobby a few minutes ago about people retiring and leaving what it is they do. In this business, and I may be wrong, you may have a different opinion, but in this business, how can you retire from doing something that you love to do? I mean, if you want to be in this business, you've got to really love it, I think. Otherwise, it's kind of crazy to go into it when there's guaranteed unemployment in just about every aspect of show business. But being prepared to make a living in this business is tough, and it's up to us individually as performers, singers, dancers, and I'm sure agents and producers. You have to be willing to not only pursue what you think your specialty is, whether it's singing or acting or dancing, but my philosophy has been to be willing to do lots of different jobs other than that one that are involved in this business. My mother always taught me 2 things. She said, be a good Boy Scout, which means be prepared, which means have whatever skills or talents you have well honed, fresh, be agile, but also to be a good surfer, so that whenever that wave comes along that's going to take you to the next step, be able to surf that wave until at the very crest of it and take it till it dies down. Because, as we said before, every job that comes along will have an end. Every series ends, every Broadway show ends, and it's up to individuals who are actors or singers or dancers to really manage and take care of your own career. You might have a manager that you pay 15 or 20% to. You might have an agent that you pay 10 or 15% to. But ultimately, it's up to you, when you go to that audition, when you go to that interview, for you to be prepared, for you to be ready, for you to be right there at your best presentation to show people what it is that you do that's uniquely special. Because everybody sitting in this room that wants to be a performer, what does that do with that water? That wants to be a performer, whether they realize it or not, there is no one else on the face of this earth that does or brings to the project exactly what it is that you do. And the earlier you can realize that, understand that, and embrace that, and own that in your career and life, I think the more successful you'll be. And the hardest thing for us to do as performers is to not take it personally when you don't get the job. And most of the time, we're not going to get the job. That's just the reality of it. But you have to, the way I kind of look at it is, okay, I'm coming in here, I take my little toolbox out for the audition. You open it up. It's like those makeup boxes that people used to carry. I don't know if they don't anymore, but you take up like a fishing tackle box. And you got all little things that you do, all of your skills, all of your bits, all of your talent. And you take it out and you show the people that you're auditioning for. And you know, you may have success when you put it all back up. You may get back home and they call you and say you got the part. Or they may call you and say you didn't get it. Or they may never call you. But you can't take it personally. You got to realize that, okay, I went in there, showed them what I could do. I feel good about that. I was prepared. Just because they didn't hire me doesn't mean that I'm not good. What it means is that they're not buying your brand of vegetable, your brand of fruit this week. They may call you in 2 weeks and hire you because that's what they need. But every opportunity you have to be in front of people who are hiring people in show business, I think you need to take advantage of, and you always need to be prepared. The most important thing a person who wants to be in show business, whether it's singer, actor, dancer, or all of them, is as early as possible get comfortable in your own skin. And that's really, really, really tough to do. As a human being, it's tough to do. To be comfortable with how you conduct yourself, to be comfortable with your thoughts when you go to bed at night, to be comfortable with how you wake up in the morning, to be comfortable with how you treat the people you love, or your friends, or your coworkers. Every aspect of your life, you need to do the work, and a lot of acting teachers talk about doing the work. I think as a human being, if you do the work to get yourself comfortable inside that bag of flesh that we all live in, you will be a better actor, you will be a better singer, you will be a better dancer. And after you do that, whether you go do it through your Bible study, your therapist, or your acting teacher, or just from however you need to go through doing the work, human beings who can live in this moment right here, because that's all there is. That what happened a few minutes ago doesn't exist anymore. What happens at lunch today doesn't exist yet. But if you as a human being can live in this very moment, you will be a better actor. Because when you are performing, certainly as an actor, the greatest thing you can do is to make the words you're saying, the emotion you're portraying, make it feel as if it's the first time you've had that experience. Whether you do it 8 times a week or whether you do it 4 times, 4 takes for a camera. The better human being you are that can live in the moment and appreciate what that is, the better actor you will be. Because I'm sure anyone who's an actor, you have all been right where you're doing a scene with somebody and you're looking at them and talking to them, and you know that they are someplace else. They might be saying the lines, but they're someplace else. But when you work with somebody that has their eyes locked right with yours, and they're listening to what you're saying, and you know that is the most immediate, wonderful feeling that an actor can have. It's also the most wonderful thing a human being can do. You will appreciate this life more. You'll probably be a better actor, better performer. But and once you've done that, I think it does improve one's life. Once you understand that, it's a lot easier being comfortable in your own skin, because you know that this moment, I'm happy right now with this moment. I'm happy and satisfied and confident of this moment. You start to understand what it means to be comfortable in your own body that you're given. This little spaceship that we have, and there's a little guy up in here, and it runs around for 75, 80 years, and then it goes away. I don't know what the little guy does, but I know that we stay around for a while.